If you've ever wanted to build your own app but had no idea how to code, Base44 is the closest thing I've found to actually making that possible. I'm going to show you how it works right now. Before we get into it, I've got my affiliate link in the description below, and there's a QR code on screen right now. So if you click the affiliate link, or just go to base44.com, you'll be taken to this page. You can view pricing. You can look at yearly pricing or monthly. As you notice, there is a free plan. Once you've created your account, it's very simple. You can literally just go in here and describe what you want to create. I'll just say a very simple prompt to see what it comes up with. It takes you to this page, and usually it thinks for about 5 to 10 minutes. So that just finished, and this is what it shows now. It's pretty basic to start, but it's a great starting place just to have something built out. One thing you can do as well is click up here and say act as a user. And this shows you what users would see in the app. So you can select workouts, add exercise, and it already has this built out. So that was all automatic just for my one simple prompt. Now I want to show another way to do this, which is with the Claude connector. So now I am in the Claude desktop program. I'm going to click on customize and go to connectors. I will hit this plus sign here and say browse connectors, and then I will just type in Base44 and select, and then you connect, and now I'm connected to Base44. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to start a new task, and I want to show you what happens if I try to edit this app now that I just connected it to Claude. So I just put in this prompt and hit enter. Claude will connect to Base44 through the connector. It will just ask you for permission. So Claude asked me a few prompts that I filled out, which helped narrow down my branding style, which is different than Base44, which literally just does whatever prompt you tell it to. It doesn't necessarily ask follow-up questions. And now it is adding the idea directly to Base44. So now it's telling me to open Base44. I'm going to refresh the page. So it just got done doing all of the Claude updates. And as you can see, this is what it looks like now. It created branding for it. It made it dark with neon colors to stand out. It added some quick add options, which is what I asked it to do. It looks like it programmed it so once you manually log an exercise, after that you can quickly add it. If you want to add imagery, I would recommend just using Base44. And if you don't have Claude and don't want to use it, you really can just build the app in here totally using Base44. I would just not use this app to strategize because you'll use all of your credits. As you can see, Claude upscaled it a little bit, and that's what it did for my other app as well. But that doesn't mean that you have to use it. It works really well in Base44. It's just kind of a different operating system. As far as other features of Base44, you can go to apps. It will show some of the apps that I've been working on. You can look at app templates to have an easier way to get started. There's integrations. This is essentially what we did with Claude, but you can integrate it with other programs as well. A launchpad after you publish your app, the community can vote on it and see it here. You can also hire a partner to help you build the app, and then you'll see your previous apps that you've worked on down here. So now that you've seen how it works, let me give you my honest take on Base44, because there are some things I wish someone had told me before I started. First thing, whatever you build in the beginning is going to be pretty basic. That's not a knock on the platform, that's just the reality of where you're starting from. My first version was functional, but it wasn't anywhere close to what I actually wanted. I've been working on my app for a couple of weeks now, and it's still not exactly where I want it to be. So go in with realistic expectations. This is a process, not a one-click solution. There's a few things that caught me off guard that are worth knowing before you start. The free plan is limited. I hit the daily prompt limit pretty fast. We're talking 2 or 3 prompts a day, and that's just not enough to make real progress. I ended up upgrading my plan so I could actually build at a reasonable pace. So factor that in when you're budgeting. When I used the Claude connector, it reset a lot of what I had already built and basically put me back to square one. Claude also has a tendency to burn through credits fast. So my recommendation is to work directly in Base44 first, get your foundation solid, and be really careful with the Claude connector if you decide to use it at all, or start with the Claude connector rather than starting in Base44. One more thing on imagery. The Claude connector was pulling stock images that look generic. Working directly in Base44 produced much higher quality results for what I was going for. So if visuals matter for your app, stick with just working in Base44. Here's what I do recommend, and this is something I had to figure out the hard way. Don't expect Base44 to do your strategy for you. It's a builder, not a strategist. Before you write a single prompt, know exactly what your app needs to do, who it's for, and what the flow looks like. That approach will save you a lot of credits and a lot of frustration. You can even ask Claude or Gemini or whatever AI that you're using to create prompts for Base44 to tell it exactly what you want. With all of that said, I genuinely think Base44 is one of the most exciting tools I've come across for people who want to build something without a development team. The fact that I could take an idea, describe it in plain language, and have something functional running is something that wasn't possible a couple of years ago. If you want to try Base44 for yourself, and I do recommend it, my link is in the description and the QR code is on screen. If this helped you out, hit like. It genuinely helps this channel grow. See you in the next one.